Welcome to Silicon Scoop, where we dive into the latest tech news impacting the world. Join John Irwin and the Startup Coach as they explore the tech news that matters to you. Stay ahead, stay informed, and now on with the show.
Japan is officially cutting the cord on municipal water pipes, and it's starting in the laundry room. Imagine recycling 97% of your shower water with a device that uses less power than a high-end gaming laptop. Is this the death of the water main? The WOTA or WOTA unit is a standalone residential water refinery that recycles gray water, showers, and sinks into high-quality tap water. It's currently in the 2026 field trials in Japan to solve the crisis of crumbling multi-billion-dollar pipe infrastructure. This effectively makes the unplugged home a reality, allowing high-density living or remote off-the-grid cabins without the needing for massive government utility projects. What do you think about this, John?
I think this is cool. And before I dive in, do you not remember this? Like 20 years ago, there was a concept that there was floating around. Do you remember that?
I remember they talking about these for things like, I guess, the trailers that they use where they have a lot of this recycling stuff, but I never heard where it went.
Yeah. The system, like you said, is WOTA. It collects gray water from sinks, showers, laundry, not toilets, obviously. It filters it through a membrane filtration system. It applies a chemical disinfection, and it recirculates the clean water back into the home. So that creates a closed-loop water system, which dramatically reduces the need for external supply. So the system can recycle up to 97% of household water, like you said. So, and this is obviously in Japan, so it can meet all 51 Japanese tap water quality standards, which I think is really cool. I'm curious what their water standards are compared to ours, but it aligns with the WHO's safety benchmarks. So water loss, the remaining 3%, is replenished using filtered rainwater. So this means the system, essentially, it's not just experimental. It meets the regulated drinking water qualities, which is critical, and it can be implemented. So what it does is it breaks the water into different streams. Domestic water, washing and cleaning, drinking water, which is still partially external for now, obviously, and then waste systems. And so the modular design allows the gradual transition from a centralized system to a fully autonomous water system, which I think this is phenomenal. And Japan is actively supporting this transition because their 2025 national policy called for decentralized water systems. So they're way ahead of us. What do you think? Do you think you'd build a house with this system, Craig?
I think it's inevitable, whether it's this system or something similar, just from whether you're on municipal or water or not. Why aren't we recirculating, reusing the water at the household level rather than it going back to some major station? And I think there's a lot to be done here from a reusing water in the household. We're in Canada. We have lots of fresh water. We have an abundance of fresh water here. However, many countries don't. And this is going to really help them versus, say, us. But if you can reduce the water uses by 97%, that's way less water pollution. That's way less stuff going out of your house. That's way less of those gallons and gallons and gallons of those cleaning stations pumping crap into the ocean or the lakes and whatnot. So anything that makes our life more efficient for using this kind of stuff, I think is great. Now, time will tell whether the quality of the water, or like whether you want to be drinking it or just using it for laundry and household tasks and stuff.
Even if you're not using it for drinking, even if you're just reusing it for everything else but drinking, that you're going to save a high percentage of waste use.
Yeah, and you can now build or live in regions with failing infrastructure without losing the luxury of a 20-minute hot shower. And we understand that, the pipes, crumbling pipes, replacing 1 kilometer of water pipes costs between 100 million and 200 million yen in Japan. So it's just so expensive. And their infrastructure is crumbling in certain areas. I'm just sure we are too, but because this is a Japan invention and they're pushing it forward in their 2040 what did they call it? Their Water 2040 fund. They're subsidizing by 10 billion yen Water 2040 fund for municipal adoption, and residential unit pricing is scaling up as production ramps up. So they're starting to sell these now.
Yeah.
And the specs are 97% recovery rate of gray water, 105 watts power consumption, incredibly low for filtration stages involved, 720 liters per day peak processing capacity, and category 3 hurricane wind resistance for external housing. So I guess you put this thing outside the home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Makes sense. But yeah,
go ahead. Use a multi-barrier purification sequence. It starts with biological treatment to break down organics, moves to membrane filtration for particulates, and finish off with a dual-stage UV and chlorine disinfection to meet all 51 Japanese tap water standards. So, yeah, interesting. What were you going to say, John?
I was just going to say, because the cost to replace pipelines can cost like up to 200 million yen per kilometer. So having this new infrastructure, because obviously they have aging infrastructure with many pipes over 40 years old. So having this new infrastructure helps with so many things. And in the long run, like I get why they're subsidizing, because in the long run, it's going to save the government money.
Yeah, and a 2024 survey by the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communication found that 60% of municipalities had postponed resilient upgrades due to lack of funding. So yeah, apparently they're behind. Yeah. And while the system's trial by fire was the 2024 Noto Peninsula earthquake, while the city pipeline shattered, WOTA units were airdropped into Suzu City to provide the only functional clean water for weeks. So it's already been deployed in emergency situations. They're ramping these up fast and deploying these. It's not total recall yet. You still need a septic tank for black water or toilet waste, and it doesn't officially produce drinking water from gray water alone without optional rainwater module. So I'm looking forward to this. I think this is great. Anytime we can, reduce our waste by this much, I'm in.
Yeah.
So the WOTA unit is the first legitimate step towards the unplugged home, turning water from a public utility into a private asset. Does the idea of showering in 97% recycled water sound like peak sustainability, or does it make you a little squeamish? Let us know in the chat. Would you cut the pipe, or would you put barrels out back to collect rainwater, funnel through the system and use it so that you could have a more closed system? Let us know. Tired of drowning in repetitive tasks while your competitors race ahead? Every minute you spend on manual data entry, scheduling, and routine processes is a minute you're not growing your business. Flowgrammer.ca transforms your workflow chaos into seamless automation. We build AI-powered systems that handle your busy work so you can focus on what actually makes you money. Our clients typically save 15 plus hours per week and see their productivity double within 60 days. Visit flowgrammer.ca for a free automation audit. That's flowgrammer.ca. Stop working in your business and start working on it.
What do you got going on, John?
Just plugging away, helping companies with government funding, attending events, probably startup drinks or Flowgrammer events. How about you, Craig?
Lots of stuff going on. I honestly don't know when this is going out. I have to check. I think it's going to go out in April. But there's all sorts of stuff going on. If you don't know about OpenClaw, it's the latest AI automation agent that's taken the world by storm in 2026. And OpenClaw Toronto chapter just launched. And we have all sorts of events going on. So check out openclawto.com. Our first demo night is April 14th. We have a Builder Cafe on April 10th. We have a bunch of other events. There's updates every day. We've deconstructed the latest 2 betas over the weekend that was launched in OpenClaw and what you should do about them. There's a bunch of articles over there. Go check that out. We're also over at flowgrammer.ca where we do N8N automations. We run the Flowgrammer community. I do Builders Hub and connectivity for AI and business automation agents. And for everything else, head over to TorontoStarts where we hook up startups and investors at our startup investor drinks. We do mentoring. We do workshops. We have a list of investors. There's a whole bunch of content over. You can also book me over there if you want a meeting with me to talk about whatever, help your startup. Check out TorontoStarts.com. But John, if people are looking for non-dilutive funding, where should they go and what is that?
Yeah, non-dilutive funding. We're talking government grants, tax credits. Come find me on LinkedIn if you have any questions. Right now is shred time, SRNED. But come reach out to me too if you've got a startup, if you've got a company. Reach out to me if you have any questions, and if they have company questions about their startup in general, where do they find you, Craig?
Yeah, find me at TorontoStarts.com. But John, just before we go, something's open right now, and it's closing May 31st. Thank you, Can Export. And what?
Yeah. So
what
if
should
you have
people
at
know
least
about that?
300,000 in revenue in the previous year, and you're looking to expand outside of Canada, reach out to me, and we can put together. We can talk about an application for Can Export.
All the links we talked about will be in the show notes wherever you're watching this. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave us a comment, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We really appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in to Silicon Scoop. We hope you enjoyed this episode's dive into the latest tech news. Stay connected with John Irwin and the Startup Coach on LinkedIn and subscribe for more insights and updates. Until next time, stay ahead, stay informed.